Okay, we're up and running. Okay. Okay, Mr. Potts, you checked in first. Your people are Khan, and who was the other name?
Nunez, and I believe my client Ahmad Khan, they may have him by his middle name, which is MTS, so it may be Ahmad MTS.
Okay, I see MTS.
Yes.
You said Nunez?
And Nunez, yes.
Okay, we've got Nunez. Also, okay, Wright Blake, counsel, who do you have again? Attorney Wright Blake? Where'd he go? I think you might have lost him. Attorney Reed's office, who do you have?
We have a Cozy D. Matthews.
Mr. Sanford, are we still waiting for files? Or no?
We're waiting on 2 files.
Okay. I'm sorry, from Reed's office, what is the person's name again?
Cozy D. Matthews.
Everything should be on the list already.
Councils, be advised that Matthews is not on our list, and we do have a final list now,
Okay, thank you.
but that's not one of them, okay?
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. Okay, that's Reed's office. Okay. We have someone in the Zoom room, Latasha Dortch.
I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be in. Let me get off here.
Okay, no worries. Okay, and Alicia Martin, are you checking in on a case?
Yes, good afternoon. I have Damon
Hi.
Johnson.
What is the name again?
Damon Johnson.
Counsel, is it possible that there's an AKA? We have a Christopher Johnson, but no Damon Johnson.
Middle name Anthony, birthday 3/22/96.
No, ma'am, we don't have any other, anyone else by the last name of Johnson on our docket. What courtroom are you trying to check into?
Felony arraignment 134. He's at DDC.
Okay, hang on, let me check and see if we've got, hold on.
I was over there this morning and they said he'd be arraigned this afternoon.
Well, counsel, if anything, if you want to take down these telephone numbers, you can call back to the criminal division, because at this time we don't have anyone here by that name.
Okay.
And we currently have a final list, which does not include your person. So if you want to take down these numbers, the first 3 numbers are all 965, 5029, 5677, and 3809. And that should get you into one of those numbers should get you in touch with somebody who'll pick up the phone that might be able to give you some an update on any cases.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, let's get ready. And then, hi, counsel. We had a couple that were timing out, so I'm going to grab those and put them at the top. So we have an attorney with 2 of the cases, and then Devin Howard and Jawan Norris. Yes, they're timing out. So where possible, if you have it already, or if you get us an update on those, we can put those toward the top. You just get them.
So those ones are not.
Sorry? That is correct. Sorry. I was wishing together my topics. Donors. Mr. Snapper, are we supposed to be getting another file? Because I don't see Howard or Norris unless they're coming. Okay, that must be it then. Okay, all right. Hello. Doing well about yourself today, ma'am?
I don't know. Next door, he ain't had nothing on him, man.
Exactly.
Good afternoon, DDC. We have two people who have one attorney. They're retained, Nunez and Ahmad.
Copy.
Yes, ma'am.
Nunez, that's fine. And then live.
4 and 5.
4 and 5. 4, I got win for 4.
No. Wait. 5 and 6, I'm sorry.
That's who's going first?
Yes, they have their own terms.
You got it, Rob?
Yep.
Your name, sir?
Put it over your nose. Thank you. Use your outside
Hi, your name, sir?
Reyes Nunez Jr.
Okay, council, we are ready. Calling case number 19045200101, People State of Michigan versus Reyes Nunez Jr. Council, your appearance and P number for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Coleman Potts, P78607, on behalf of Mr. Nunez, who appears by Zoom. Mr. Nunez, please state your name for the record, sir.
Reyes Nunez Jr.
Your Honor, we'll waive a formal reading, stand mute, enter a not guilty plea.
Okay, thank you. Council, be advised and let the record reflect it appears that this particular matter was a probation violation, so it was already adjudicated. He has a new court will waive any reading of the complaint and the warrant. This case was adjudicated. There's a new review date scheduled for April 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 30th District Court in front of Judge Bryant. And anything you wish to indicate at this time, let the record reflect, counsel, upon review. On September 10, 2020, your client failed to appear for a probation violation, at which time a CAPIS was issued and Judge Elanice Bryant set bond in the amount of $500, 10%. Do you have anything with regard that you want to present to the court at this time regarding the bond argument?
Your Honor, well, as regards to bond, we've been retained on this case. We were actually the ones who did the OWI, and we've been retained on this case the whole time. We've actually been waiting on the date. The date just kept getting pushed back, and I guess, I don't know, because of something with the pandemic or maybe having confusion with the court being closed. We missed the date, or maybe we just didn't get notified of the date, but we've been waiting for the date for the violation.
Thank you. Did you see us bond or any hold?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you, counsel. Given your representations, given that it was your office that represented him during the entirety of the case at this time, court, and also let the record reflect that Judge Bryant has given this court the authorization to make changes to bond or conditions of bond. What the court is going to do is set aside that particular warrant and set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. And let the record reflect that any other hearings here for, unless otherwise indicated, will be by Zoom. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Come on.
No court date for that?
Serious man, Nunez. Come on. We'll appeal 6.
Yes, there's a court date.
Right this way, going straight back to 6, brother.
The court date.
Yes, ma'am, there's a new date, April 19, 8:30 a.m. in front of Judge Bryant.
Thank you.
Hi, your name, sir?
Ahmed Imtiaz.
Okay, calling case number 2105633, People State of Michigan versus Mitias Ahmed. Counsel.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Coleman Potts, P78607, on behalf of Mr. Ahmed, MTS, last name actual Khan, Khan.
Waiting the formal reading, stand your client mute.
Yes, Your Honor. Wait for read stand mute. Enter not guilty plea.
Hold wait the formal reading. Enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge Archer and Esteban.
Your Honor, Esteban, my client is 19 years old, has no previous criminal history, does maintain full-time employment at Century Plastics as an operator. He lives in Hamtramck. Since he's been in the U.S., he's lived in Hamtramck with his parents and other family members. As I said, Your Honor, no priors. We are retained on this case. He is taking online classes at Macomb Community College. And I understand, Your Honor, that the allegations are assaultive in nature, as Your Honor, and I know that may concern the court, but my client is definitely not a flight risk, and as he does not have any prior criminal history, maintains full-time employment, and is in school, and lives with his parents, I can assure you he's not a danger to the community. I'm requesting a
Thank you,
personal bond in
DDC.
this matter.
Thank you, DDC. Is bond there any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, counsel. The court appreciates your representations, including your client's significant family and residential ties to the community and gainful employment. Further assurances from your office that your client will appear for all proceedings while this case is pending. And the court is also just as equally concerned about the nature of the allegations and the seriousness of these charges. And again, there are allegations only at this time, but this court also had an opportunity to review the file. This court is particularly concerned to ensure the safety of the complaining witness while this case is pending. This court is confident that either you have or at some point you will have a conversation with your client about what is going to be a no contact order, and to ensure that your client understands very clearly what no contact means. Because again, this court had the occasion, just let the record reflect that as it relates to the bond or conditions of bond, the court upon review of the file was particularly concerned about the allegations, again, which includes allegations that your client choked the complainant, but more concerning is that the complaining witness at the time of the alleged offense was wearing a head covering or a hijab, and that was used as a part of the assault to actually remove that from her and actually use part of the covering to actually choke the individual, and that is particularly concerning to this court. So counsel, if you have not already, you're going to need to have a conversation with your client because there's going to be a no contact order. Is there anything before the court assesses bond or conditions of bond?
No, Your Honor. I did have that conversation with my client. I informed him because I believe him and the complaining witness do work at the same place. I informed him that he's going to have to speak with his employer about his scheduling and make sure that they're not on the same schedule, Your Honor. But I did have a conversation about the no contact order. My client has no desire to contact the complaining witness given these allegations against him, Your Honor. I just wanted the court to take into consideration that he has no priors, and like I said, these are allegations at this point.
Thank you. Counsel, given your representations, and again, the court appreciates you taking the time to assure this court that you are either you have or you will have a conversation with your client to ensure that there is no contact between the parties and that he understands the gravity of these charges. Here's what the court is going to do. The court is going to set bond in the amount of $10,000 personal bond. He is also going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with the complaining witness, Hasnat Malik. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this individual, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact order also extends to her place of residence, place of employment. And again, the court does understand that the facet of this case does include your representations that they do work in the same workplace. So this court is confident and appreciates that you proactively addressed the issue of ensuring that they do not come into contact with one another, because the onus is on your client to have no contact. And also, the court hasn't mentioned it, no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Also, Is there anything further, counsel?
No, Your Honor, just for clarification purposes, how does he get the tether on? Will they do it at the
The
DDC?
tether, that is through the Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether program. So if anything after this, you're welcome to contact either Wayne County. I believe that they do have a tether division, or an alternative, perhaps the folks at the DDC can give you a streamlined way to contact them to find out what the protocol is, because given COVID at this time, this court would not be able to speak on exactly what the protocol is, but that GPS tether is going to be a part of his condition of bond, and absolutely no contact with that complainant. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
All right, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Thank you, Judge. Have a good day.
Yes, sir. Okay, stand by. Okay, what do we have for updates on who's ready to go?
Solo updates on timing out, but ready right now. We should be able to go straight down the list.
Okay, DDC, with the exception of Howard and Norris, we should be able to go straight down the list.
Copy.
I was also advised that this form was retained, Your Honor.
Antonio, that may be the case, but I think if the court is not mistaken, right, like called in earlier today, that may be it. But the thing is, I thought I saw him check in for the 2:30, but then when I looked up, he was gone. So it might be we're going to hear from him. So we'll kind of tuck it on, tuck it under the bottom. Thank you. And we'll see if we hear from all the council again.
Straight down.
Come on, Mr. James.
DDC, one update, there's a possibility that Antonio Wynn is retained, but we are waiting to see if an attorney checks in, so we can maybe, put that more towards the middle of the docket if possible.
Copy.
Thank you. Hi, your name, sir?
Say my name. Dana James.
Thank you. Thank you. If we call in case number 2104429 for People in Michigan versus Dana Montel James, also known as Dana Montez James, also known as Dana M. James, counsel.
Brian Borowski, 3665, on behalf of Mr. Dana James, waive reading stand mute. Mr. James has been advised of his constitutional
Call waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date, April 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. Thursday District Court in front of Judge Brian Esteban.
Mr. Mr. James is 54 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, currently on a fixed income monitor for Social Security. He's unable to post a monetary bond. Does indicate to us he's completed his GED. We would ask the court to consider a personal bond in this particular matter with a no contact order.
Thank you. Did you see us are there any holds?
He has hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, counsel, the court takes into account your representations. The court is prepared to set a personal bond. Just to let the record reflect, and counsel be advised, a review of the file shows that your client's address of record is the same as the location of the alleged offense, as well as that of the complaining witness, because there's going to be a no contact order. Is your client prepared, or are you prepared to address what's going to be a no contact order?
Yes, Your Honor. So these allegations are about the Woodrow Wilson County Community Center, where allegedly my client and the complaining witness both resigned. My client indicates that we said or understands that he's supposed to be the witness in this particular matter, and believes that he would still be able to reside at the community center, otherwise he would be homeless here on the asking the court to impose that no contact order. And my client doesn't understand the burden is on him now. If the CAPS Community Center is able to have my client and the complaining witness in their facility while helping maintain that no contact order, my client understands that may be all right, and what I don't understand, if he has to see the complaining witness, he might have to stay somewhere else. Our office has proactively already gone over that with him. My client understands the seriousness of this no contact order.
Okay, thank you, counsel, very much for making that distinction to the court on the record as it relates to the no contact order. So here's what the court is going to do. giving representations again. Pretrial date is April 19, 2021. Court is going to set bond in the amount of $2,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, court is going to indicate no assaultive contact. With the complaining witness, Neil Murray, and no contact with this individual by means of, no contact, no assaultive contact, but then no contact by means of social media or any interference with regard to the prosecution of this case while this case remains open and pending. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera.
Where's it going, Rob? I don't know. Let me see your wristband, thank you.
Hi, your name, sir?
Mario Williams Tate, ma'am.
Thank you. Okay, calling case number 190-59588, People of Michigan versus Mario Daryl Randy Williams Tate. Counsel.
Ryan Baraki, 3665, on behalf of Mario Williams Tate, waiver Mr. Williams Tate is good about the constitutional rights.
Oh, wait, the formal reading into your not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom. Well, counsel, before we get to dates, I'm sorry, if you would please, a review of the file shows that on February 7, 2020, your client failed to appear for a probable cause conference, at which time a case was issued, and the judge in that case set bond the amount of $10,000 cash. Was your office able to make contact with the judge of record or the judge that is currently assigned to this case? Right now, it's in front of Judge King. Before, it looks like it was in front of Archer. So this time it's now in front of Judge King. So has your office been able to make any contact with the judge in order to address the previous cases?
Counsel Reagan is contacting Judge King as we speak. I would ask the court when we do hear back from Counsel Reagan.
We'll recall it. Okay. DDC, be advised, we're going to recall Mr. Williams Tate. We're going to see if there's anything that needs to be changed with regard to the bond or conditions of bond. So we'll revisit it. We'll update you when it's available. Thank you, ma'am.
And we're already on Mr. Norris, Your Honor, the one who was having
Norris. Okay, DDC, be advised, we now have, Jaywan Norris is timing out, so if you can make him available, we can get that one done.
Where's he at?
They seem to know.
That's the one I told you over there, out of the side cell. Oh, Norris? Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I want. Mr. Norris. Norris. Step on the black line.
No contact and no assaultive. Just no
assaultive. Thank you. Hi, your name, sir?
Jaywan Norris, man.
Okay, calling case number 210-56340, People Michigan. This is Jaywan Norris, also known as Jaywan Dantzler Norris, also known as Jaywan Norris Counsel.
Brad Baraki, 3665, on behalf of Jaywan Norris, please read Mr. Norris is here about this conference. All right.
Pull away the formal reading and not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by. Counsel, let's go to the bond argument.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Norris is a 28-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Indicates to us that he's had no prior criminal history whatsoever. This is his first contact with the criminal justice system. He's currently employed right now with asbestos removal. He indicates to us that he's not on any probation or parole. Unfortunately, despite his employment, he is not able to post a monetary bond. He wants this court to know he will be residing with his mother while this matter is pending, not to complaining witness. He does have 3 children in the community as well. I would ask this court to consider a personal bond in this matter with, of course, legal contact.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account your representations for with formal reading into your not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a Zoom probable cause conference date, April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones. Counsel, you've made your bond argument. Court takes into account and appreciates that your client has significant family residential ties to the community, and also that you did proactively address what's going to be a no contact order, and that your client does have another place to stay while the case is pending. Given those elements, court on this case is going to set bond in the amount of $7,500 personal bond. Also, while this case is pending, your clients have absolutely no contact with the complaining witness, Danae Daniels. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. The no contact order also extends to place of residence and place of employment, and also the court has indicated it's in front of Judge Jones, this case. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
Thank you. Any questions? No, ma'am. Hey, sir. Yes.
Hi, your name, sir?
Rashik Sims.
Okay, calling. Case number 210-56330. People say Michigan versus Rashik Sims, counsel.
Brian Marab, PA 3665, on behalf of Rashik Sims, wait for it
Or wait the full reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause conference date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court with a preliminary examination date to be determined, also by Zoom at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Giles and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like to know that Mr. Sims is a 24-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He was employed at in truck driving school as we speak. He's a high school graduate as well. He indicates he cannot post a monetary bond, Your Honor. These are not assault allegations. I'd ask this court to consider a personal bond.
Thank you. Did you see his bond or any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. Court also takes into account the pandemic facing the nation, and that this is a non-assaultive matter, given those elements. Court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You step away from the camera.
Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Hi, your name, sir?
Christopher Johnson.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56333. People say Michigan versus Christopher Johnson, counsel.
Brian Marab, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Christopher Johnson. Wait for the reading, Mr. Johnson, but about to discuss before that.
Forward the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. This is Zoom probable cause conference date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom center examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge King in Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, Mr. Johnson is 34 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. No prior criminal history whatsoever. He's gainfully employed. He's earned his GED, not on any probation or parole. As there are no assaultive allegations, we ask the court for personal bond.
Thank you. Do you see his bond or any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, and also the pandemic facing the nation, and the absence of anything else outstanding in other jurisdictions. And this is non-assaultive. Public set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
And Your Honor, I thought we had about 8, 13 witnesses, but I feel not sure if that's a federal, we don't have it.
Okay, well, just update us when you can. Thank you. Hi, your name, sir?
Terrence Bogan.
Okay, Mr. Bogan, before we get to your matter with the attorney present, you do have some traffic misdemeanors to cover first. These are where we're going to get you a new court date, and you're going to be checking in on this tickets by Zoom. And you're going to receive information on how to dial in for your next court date. Key ticket 1050520, people say Michigan versus Terrence Eugene Bogan. So you're charged with misdemeanor counts 1, 2, and 3. Failed to display operator's license not on person, improper plates, and driving a registered entitled vehicle. You missed a court date, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Key ticket 861899, you're charged with driver license not valid or improper license. It's a personal bond. P ticket 926457, you're charged with counts 1 and count 1. Driver license suspended, personal bond. Ticket U15107514. You're charged with giving false information on a misdemeanor, on a felony, strike that, giving false felony or misdemeanor report to an officer. Personal bond, no dollar amount listed. You ticket 512-86419. You're charged with offer to engage, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. You ticket 418-04217. You're charged with offer to engage, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. Ticket 507720, you're charged with driver license suspended, personal bond, no dollar amount listed. These tickets are misdemeanors. The penalty that you could receive is 93 days in jail, or a $500 fine. You understand the charges that were read and the penalty you could receive on the tickets?
Yes.
Court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf as a Zoom pretrial date, April 6, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. the 36th District Court in front of Judge Williams. With any criminal matter, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say orally or in writing can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney if you cannot afford one on your own. The court will appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
Okay, at this time, the warrant is set aside and the bond is continued. Stand by. We'll get to your other matter in just a moment. Okay, also calling case number 2005781, Beavis of Michigan versus Tansit Eugene Bogan. Counsel.
Brian Maroffke, 3665, on behalf of Mr. Terrence Bogan, waiver of use. Mr. Bogan's going to dodge his constitutional right.
Full with the formal reading is for not guilty plea on your client's behalf. Stand by. Okay, counsel, let's go to the bond argument.
Yes, Your Honor. I'd like this court to know that Mr. Bogan, 34 years old, he's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. In his 35 years here, Your Honor, he's never had any contact with the criminal justice system. He does have 8 children in the community as well. He indicates to us that he's not at any probation or parole. You know, unfortunately, due to the pandemic, he's unable to post a monetary bond. It does appear that this is an alleged incident date from approximately 9 months ago, Your Honor, back in June 2020. Also, Mr. Bogan did indicate to us that he arrived to a scene where 2 different mothers of his children were engaged in some sort of altercation. And my client indicates to us that he arrived trying to separate the complaining witness from the other mother of his child and did not assault anybody based on our conversation with him. I would ask this court to maintain, keep in mind the presumption of innocence at the time of that, and have no contact with the complaining witness. We ask this court to consider a personal bond, of course, you have no contact with her.
Thank you. Do you see his bond or any hold?
He has 1 hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, court takes into account representations, including your representations that distinguishes this case, given the charges that are presented, and the court is taking that into account, including your client's ties to the community, as well as your client's ability to post a bond, or his status or ability to do that. And court also balances it with the pandemic facing the nation and the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations. Given those elements, court at this time is going to set a $10,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, no contact with complaining witness Alexis George. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties. No contact would also extend to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? You're all set, sir. You step away from the camera. Counsel Attorney Wright Blake, are you checking out on the case, sir?
Yes, Judge. That same one I asked you about on Mr. Rondell
What was his
Milton. I understand he's on the list.
Counsel, be advised, Madam Clerk is prepping the file, so you can stand by. As soon as it's available, we'll get you an update, okay? So just stand by.
Yes, Judge.
Hi, your name, sir?
Darrell Smith.
Counsel, one update, it appears that in that Wynn case, I was probably taking that one that he's speaking about, so right now we don't have anything else, so whenever you're ready on it, okay? Calling case number 210-56359, People State of Michigan versus Darrell Antoine Smith, counsel.
Ryan Maroffke, 3665, on behalf of Mr. Darrell Smith, waiting formal reading. Yeah, Mr. Smith has been advised to the
Full waive the formal reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom. Probable cause compensated March 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom center examination date March 26, 2021 at 9 a.m. to Thursday District Court in front of Judge Archer and as the bond.
Testifying, Your Honor, Mr. Smith is a 24-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. He wants the court to know that he's never had any prior criminal history. It doesn't appear that these allegations stem from a date back in October 2020. My client is currently receiving government assistance. That's the only source of income. He is a high school graduate, Your Honor. He wants the court to know he's not on any probation or parole. He cannot post a monetary bond, Your Honor. He's residing with his mom and his brother. I'd ask the court to keep all that in consideration. He did put us in touch with his mother as well. We'll be assisting while this matter is pending. I'd ask the court to consider a reasonable bond on a personal bond when you put into effect with the GPS monitoring, maybe a house arrest monitoring.
Thank you. DDC is the bond. Are there any holds?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes the counter representations, including one, that to your client's benefit, he doesn't have anything else outstanding. There are no other holds. His client, this is a first contact with him. Court is also balancing that with not only the pandemic facing the nation, but also the nature of the charges and the seriousness of the allegations. And these are very serious charges at this time. Further, counsel, be advised and let the record reflect the court also took an opportunity to review the contents of the file as it relates to the specifics of this alleged offense. And the court, a particular concern is safety to complainant in that the allegation includes that your client utilized a firearm and put it to the complaining witness's head and demanded her personal belongings, including her purse, or he was going for, with an indication that if she failed to do that, he was going to kill her. And again, these are allegations only, but that raises a concern about safety of the community in general, including that of the complaining witness. Given those elements, at this time, court is going to set bond in the amount of $75,000. Cash surety, no 10%, no early administrative release. Further, if your client does post bond, he'll be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. Also, while this case is pending, no contact with complaining witness Amber Lever. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact order also extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts, directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera.
This way, man. I'm serious.
I'm sorry, let me finish.
Step over here, watch out, bro. Yes, sir.
I'm sorry, sir, one more time. One more time. Thank you. DDC, we have an update. Devin Howard is now ready, and we have a file for Ronnell Milton. Hi, your name, sir?
William Wilson.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Calling case number 2105633, Stevenson, Michigan versus William Charles Wilson. Counsel.
Right around PA 3665, we have Mr. Brady Wilson, uniform reading, and Mr. Wilson for the advisory.
Call away the form of reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom probable cause conference date. April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, filed by Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the Thursday District Court in front of Judge Jones and as the bond.
As the bond, Mr. Wilson is 47 years old, a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, no prior criminal history whatsoever. Capable of full and service defense plan, not on any probation or parole. As government on assault allegations, we ask this court for personal.
Thank you. DDC is the bond. Is there any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court still takes into your account your representations, including the pandemic facing this nation and your client's ties to the community. Given those elements, and this is non-assaultive, I will set bond $1,000 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? You're all set, sir. You step away from the camera.
Thank you.
What you get, brother? Let me see your wristband.
Counsel, we do have a file for Ronnell Milton. Were you all able to do an interview, or are we waiting on that one?
I believe Milton was another conversation.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Okay. DDC, when you can, we have an attorney retained for Ronnell Milton, and we now have a file, so whenever that one's ready. Hi, your name, sir? I'm sorry, sir. One more time, if you could repeat your name one more time, sir.
Leonard O'Neill Edwards.
Thank you, sir. DDC, what's the spelling of the gentleman's name again?
Edwards, Leonard Edwards.
Got it. Okay, thank you. I'm sorry. Court misunderstood. Got it. Thank you. Calling case number 210-44296, Peter State, Michigan versus Leonard O'Neill Edwards.
I apologize. We inquired as to whether or not Mr. Edwards was interviewed.
Okay. Mr. Edwards, did you have an interview with the attorneys today, sir?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. DDC, if you could, if you can make the gentleman available in front of camera 2, and MIDC will make arrangements to get him interviewed, and we'll get you an update as soon as that's available. Thank you. That's fine, sir.
Y'all want Milton now?
Yes.
Okay, my bad. Yes, sir.
Hi, your name, sir? Your name, sir?
Don't take that off.
No, just, counsel, is this your client?
By the look of his medical condition, I would say yes.
Okay, sir, if you can nod your head, are you Ronell Lee Milton? Okay, let the record reflect court observes the gentleman responding in the affirmative in response to the name Ronell Lee Milton. Counsel, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Calling case number 210-5623, Peter State, Michigan versus Ronell Lee Milton. Your appearance and your P number for the record, please.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Wright Blake appearing on behalf of Ronell Milton, P37259. Judge, he waives the reading of the lengthy felony complaint and asks the court to enter a plea of not guilty.
Thank you. Court waiting for more reading into not guilty on your client's behalf. Counsel, let's jump to, the court is taking a number of things into consideration in addition to what appears to be a serious medical condition. But also, counsel, let's get to your bond argument first, and the court will determine dates and bond or conditions of bond.
Yes, Your Honor. My client is near death. He still is in dire need of medical treatment, which obviously he won't be able to receive at the Wayne County Jail with COVID and the specific needs of his injuries. He is a business owner. He's a father. He's not at risk of flight. He has businesses in the metropolitan area. We'd ask the court to impose low bond with the condition that He's up under house arrest except to go to the hospital and back until the matter is over. Thank you.
All right, counsel. Okay, DDC's bonds or any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel, if you would please, or if you can just give the court, I mean, the court can observe that the gentleman is sitting down, appears he's in a wheelchair. If you can give an idea to this court about the extent of his injuries currently.
He received six gunshot wounds, 5 to the head. He had staples in his head. He was paralyzed or partially paralyzed on the left side of his body. Once again, it's a miracle that he's even here, Judge. We'd ask the court to consider a nominal, not a personal bond. I don't even think tether is appropriate because he can't even walk or go anywhere, except he needs to be in the hospital right now.
And counsel, how is it that your client came to be in custody? Was he released from the hospital and in custody, or was there arrangements made for him to turn himself in for these charges?
No, Judge. The officer in charge took off the hold, but he couldn't go anywhere. So then he arrested him from the hospital, and that's where we're at today. I would have got an ambulance and brought him to court. Once again, he can't even walk, and he's barely surviving. He's barely living.
All right, counsel, here's what we're going to do. Given your representations, including the extent of your client's, stand by, Mr. Sanford. If I can get a new NIT, this actually has the wrong P number on it. So if you can get me a new NIT for that one. All right, counsel, court takes into account your representations, including your representations of your client's extensive medical needs, and as well as the absence of any holds, and the fact that your client does have significant ties to the community. These are very serious charges, and this court is confident that your office will mount a very vigorous defense at the time of the exam, but the court has to balance all of these factors, including the pandemic facing the nation at this time. So the court is going to do the following. Court is going to set bond in the amount of $100,000. Personal bond, mark the file medical. And while this case is pending, absolutely no contact with complainant with this John Blue. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to him through third parties. No contact or no extends to the place of residence and place of employment. And no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. All right, thank you, DDC. We're all set with Mr. Milton. Oh, I'm sorry, let me get that. I'm sorry, do we have a NIT? Okay, DDC, let the record reflect the minimus is going to indicate a probable cause conference April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined, and we'll make sure that his attorney of record gets that information. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Sanford. Hi, your name, sir?
How you doing? DeMarco Chandler.
Okay, and also, DDC, when you get a chance, you can move the camera up. Thank you. Calling case number 210-56336, Sam Michigan versus DeMarco Chandler, counsel.
Fred Marab, PA 3665, we have Mr. Marco Chandler.
Oh, wonderful. More reading into not guilty plea on your client's behalf is a Zoom probable cause conference dated April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the Thursday District Court in front of the trials and as bond.
As bond, Your Honor, Mr. Chandler is 34 years old. He wants to home development. He is a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, he's gainfully employed as a barber. It doesn't appear to not assault applications, rather indicates to us that he's not under any probation or parole, has a stable residence here in the community with his mother. I would ask the court to consider personal bond for that.
Thank you. DDC's bond, any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes into account representations, including the pandemic facing the nation, also that your client has significant family residential ties and gainful employment, and also this is not assaultive, given those elements, but was set by the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Is there anything further? Okay, thank you. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, for anyone who's in the Zoom room, we have a Galaxy phone with no video. If you can identify yourself, please. Are you checking in on a case? The Galaxy A01. Galaxy A01. Please identify yourself. Be advised that if you are looking to watch proceedings, you're welcome to do that, but you would need to do so on YouTube. Our court, Third District Court has a channel, and you would check in on courtroom number 134. Otherwise, the court's going to make a countdown, and we're going to remove you from the room. This particular room is for attorneys appearing on cases, as well as parties who need to appear on a case. Please identify yourself. Stand by, sir. Or will be disconnecting or removing the Galaxy A01. All right. Your name, sir?
Good evening.
Hi, your name, sir?
Oh, Adam Al-Mawari.
Okay. Stand by. Calling case number 210-56335, People Center, Michigan versus Adam Andrew Al-Mawari, counsel.
Ryan Marat, PA 3665, we have Mr. Adam Al-Mawari, waiting for reading, and you, Al-Mawari, to the front.
With the formal reading of tonight, the client's behalf was a Zoom call of cause conference date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom clinic examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge King and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, Mr. Al-Mawari is 31 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit with no felony history. Is gainfully employed at the Comcast, Your Honor, has a stable residence here with his girlfriend and his son. I would ask the court to consider a personal bond as these are not assault felonies.
Thank you. DDC's bond, any hold?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant family residential ties, as well as gainful employment in the community. And also, this is not assaultive, and the pandemic facing the nation. Court will set bond amount of $1,000 personal bond, and no firearms while the case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, thank you. You're all set. Take a step away from the camera.
Thank you.
Take your hood off. You in court. State your name.
Your name, sir?
Devon Howard.
Okay, stand by. Calling case number 210-44302, People Center, Michigan versus Devon Howard, also known as Devon Sorrentas Howard, counsel.
Ryan Marat, PA 3665, on behalf of Mr. Devon Howard, wait for reading stand here. Mr. Howard, to the front.
Forward the formal reading and turn out guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's going to be a Zoom pretrial date set for April 5, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, and it will be in front of Judge Garrett and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like the court to know Mr. Howard is 30 years old. He's a lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, who will be residing with his brother and not be complaining witness while this matter is pending. He's a recently graduate. He doesn't because he's not able to post a voluntary bond at this time. He has no cases that I'm aware of, no prior criminal history that I'm aware of. I would ask the court to consider a personal bond in this matter with a no contact order.
Thank you. DDC is bond or any holds?
No hold, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community. The court also appreciates you proactively addressing what is going to be a no contact order while this case is pending. and also the pandemic facing the nation at this time. As in this case, court will set bond in the amount of $5,000 personal bond. More importantly, while this case is pending, no contact with complaining witness Darnisha Ray Bond. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her to third parties. So no contact photos of extends to place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts, directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're also taking separate from the camera. Hi, gentlemen checked in on the courtroom. Syed Zaman.
Yes,
Are you checking in on a case, sir?
Yeah, I'm the Bengali interpreter for the matter of Imtiaz Ahmed.
Okay, stand by.
Thank you.
Oh. Sir, be advised, we actually already did the arraignment on that person, and it appears, stand by. Counsel, did you represent him, or did your office represent him? Sir, be advised, it was the case that he was retained by an attorney, and the attorney, it appeared that there was not an issue with regard to getting him arraigned, so we've already arraigned him. So perhaps contact the criminal division and see if there's anything else that you would need to do with regard to any need for your services, but it appears that we're all set for now.
Thank you, appreciate Judge, because I was.
But thank you, sir. Thank you. We appreciate you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. I appreciate it. Thank you.
We did hear from Judge King, Mr. Williams state that we did agree with bond. Also, we are already on letter that.
Okay, DDC, we have some updates. We can recall Mario Williams Tate. We also are ready to go on Leonard Edwards. Hi, your name, sir?
Mario Tate, ma'am.
Thank you. Recalling. Case number 190595880, People State, Michigan versus Mario Daryl Randy Williams Tate, counsel.
Frank Rocky, 365, on behalf of Mr. Mario Williams Tate, we agree to review this way to advise constitutional rights.
Okay, we'll go with formal reading. Internet on class behalf is a Zoom public cause conference date, April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom examination date at a date to be determined at the 36th District Court. It will be in front of Judge King and counsel. I'll be recalled this case to address what was a KPS that was issued on February 7, 2020 at probable cause stage, and judge in that case said bonding amount $10,000 cash. Our court's understanding is that you were able to contact the judge, the new judge of record, to get clarification on bond.
That is correct, Your Honor. Our office has been in contact with the Honorable Judge King, who did agree that a
Thank you. Thank you, counsel. Given your representations, counsel, this court is prepared to to amend the existing bond based on information from Judge King's court. At this time, court is going to set bond in the amount of $10,000 personal bond. Is there anything further?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, sir. You can step away from the camera. Hi, your name, sir?
O'Neill Edwards.
Thank you, sir. Calling case number 210-44296, People State, Michigan versus Leonard O'Neill Edwards, counsel.
Frank Rocky, 365, we have the letter Edwards, April, reading said, Mr. Edwards has been advised of this constitutional right.
Full way the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There is a Zoom probable cause, sorry, that Zoom pretrial date, April 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, and it is in front of Judge Bryant Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, Mr. Edwards is a 60-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. I am fixing income, Your Honor. He is destitute, he does take a lot of medication. There's many things he's not received. However, we consider a personal bond in this matter, of course, they don't have that one.
Thank you. DDC's bond any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including your client's ability to post bond or his capacity to post bond, depending on the bond or conditions of bond. In this case, court is also taken into account the pandemic facing the nation. So at this time, court will do the following. Court will set bond in the amount of $1,000, personal bond. Is there anything further, sir? Okay, you're all set, so you can separate from the camera.
Oh, man.
Hi, your name, sir?
Samuel Adrian.
Stand by. Your name one more time, sir?
Samuel Adrian. Fahmy.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, you're here on a new traffic ticket, so we're going to go over this together and also go over your, and also go over your rights. This is the ticket 808180, State of Michigan versus Fahmy Al-Hatami. You are charged with operating while intoxicated. This is a misdemeanor case. The penalty that you could receive is between $100 and $500 in fines and one or more of the following: 93 days in jail and or 360 hours of community service, driver's license suspension for 30 days, followed by license restrictions for 150 days, with 6 points added to your driving record. Sir, do you understand the charges that were read and the penalty that you could receive on the case?
Yes.
A court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. There's a Zoom pretrial date set for April 7th, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. at the 36th District Court in courtroom 437. With any criminal matter, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one on your own, the court will appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
All right, at this time, the warrant is set aside and court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Also, while this case is pending, you are not to purchase, consume, or be under the influence of alcohol or intoxicating substances, nor are you to occupy any places where the primary purpose of that location or business is for the purpose of selling alcohol or intoxicating substances. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Hi, your name, sir?
Rashid Brown.
Thank you. All right, so you're here for arraignment on a new misdemeanor matter, so we're going to go over the charges and your rights.
Okay.
Calling D ticket 808181, People State of Michigan versus Rashid Jamil Shabazz Brown. Sir, you are charged with operating a motor vehicle with a high blood alcohol content. It is a misdemeanor. The penalty that you could receive is 180 days in jail and or $200 to $700 in fines and or 360 hours of community service, rehabilitative programs, vehicle immobilization mandatory if there's a prior conviction, the cost of prosecution, and also reimburse the government for emergency response and expenses for prosecuting this case. So have you heard the charges that were read, the penalty you could receive on the case? Okay, court will enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. There is a Zoom pretrial date set for April 6, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Williams. With any criminal matters, sir, you have the right to remain silent. Anything that you say can and will be used against you in the court of writing, in the court of law. You also have the right to an attorney. If you cannot afford one on your own, the court will appoint one for you at public expense. Do you understand these rights?
Yes.
All right, this time, court is going to set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. Also, while this case is pending, you're not to possess, purchase, consume, or be under the influence of alcohol or intoxicating substances. You're all set, so you step away from the camera.
Magistrate, sir, how are you?
Doing well, sir. How are you today? Happy Monday.
I'm doing well. Happy Monday to you as well. Can we get the House Counsel back to interview Antonio Wynn? Because he said he can't get in touch with his attorney.
Okay. All right. If you could make him available in front of camera too. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you. And tell you what, in the meantime, if we can go over to the women's side, we have 2 files, I believe, ready for the women's side, and then we'll just meet you over there, and then we'll come back for the Wynn case.
Copy that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Or interview on the women's side on the camera, or no?
Counsel Reagan, was you busy right now?
It was ringing busy, so he was interviewing on the women's side? Okay, all right, we'll just wait. Thank you. Hi, party calling in on a Galaxy A01. Are you checking in on a case, ma'am? Ma'am, can you hear us? Ma'am, can you hear us? Hi, ma'am, you're checking in on a Galaxy A01. Are you trying to check in on a case, ma'am? Ma'am, are you trying to check in on a case? Okay, ma'am, if you're trying to see if someone is appearing on a case, you're welcome to watch our proceedings, but this particular Zoom room is for courtroom 134. And if you want to watch proceedings, you're welcome to do that on YouTube. Our court, 36th District Court, has a YouTube channel, and you will be able to watch the proceedings and look for courtroom 134, and you can watch the proceedings. Otherwise, ma'am, this particular room is for parties who are checking in on a case and attorneys checking in on a case and for proceedings for arraignment. So again, ma'am, are you checking in on a case? Can you hear us? Okay, ma'am, if you do not identify yourself and if you're not checking in on a case, you will be removed from the room. But again, you are welcome to watch our proceedings on the YouTube channel, courtroom 134. Ma'am, are you trying to check in on a case? Ma'am, can you hear us? Ma'am, are you trying to check in on a case? Okay, ma'am, If you're not checking in on a case, you will be removed from the room. If you're looking to watch our proceedings, you're welcome to do that, but you must do that on our YouTube channel for 36th District Court. You can go to courtroom 134 and you can watch the proceedings. But this particular Zoom room is for attorneys and people who are actually being arraigned on cases. What is she doing? Ma'am, we can't hear you. You either need to identify yourself or you will be removed from the room. Okay, ma'am. If you're not responding, we're going to have to remove you from the room, ma'am. Of course, that's a brief recess. We're still recording. We're still on the record.
You have that Lisa
Palmer.
Right, they're saying that she has another case.
Coming.
She hasn't been arraigned on 2019. This one, the name is spelled wrong. They gave you a register action, which spelled correctly, J-A instead of J-E. But she has another case, 2019.
Okay, so we got this one.
So that's the corrected. And they signed that, so she just kept all that in there.
So 2000, okay, got it.
Another case from 2019, we want to see if I can call it back. See if they can pull it. So we can do it.
Got it, okay.
Eric, you got all the numbers?
Real, I don't know, but we can't put them in right now anyway.
Gotcha.
Take your time. But it looks like.
Okay, ready on the women's side?
Ready on the women's side? Yes, sir. Yeah, we're ready on this.
Thank you. Okay, we'll go with the women's side, get those done.
Hello, Your Honor.
Hello, sir. We're ready on Palmer and Rodriguez. Rodrigue.
All right, Ms. Palmer. You want Palmer first?
I'm sorry, sir?
So you want Palmer first?
That's fine. Hi, your name, ma'am?
Lisa Palmer.
Okay, thank you. Oh, stand by. Mr. Sanford, I'm sorry, you said there was another file. Is that correct, or is it better to wait? Okay. What? Okay, DDC, I'm sorry, if you would please, it came to our attention that there might be another file or something else that we need to address before we take care of everything for Ms. Palmer. Can we pass on Ms. Palmer for the time being? We'll get you an update as soon as we get something.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
So, we got a whole file for her, and then it's another one for timing out.
Okay. All right, all right, we'll get to it when we get to it. Thank you, sir.
This was the opposite sign. Sign of this sign.
Okay, sorry. Okay, what'd I do? David sign something. Strange, I thought I did.
Sign this.
All right, thank you. Okay. Hi, DDC, are we able to get the other person in front of the camera while we're waiting?
I didn't hear you, Your Honor.
Are we able to get Peggy Rodriguez in front of the camera while we're waiting, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thanks, sir. Hi, ma'am, your name? Okay, calling case number 210442952, Michigan versus Peggy Rodriguez, counsel.
Brian Maranti, 2665, on behalf of Ms. Patty Rodriguez, waiver extended weakness for Rodriguez,
Court waiver for more reading and turn not guilty plea on your client's behalf. There's a pretrial date, April 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court by Zoom in front of Judge Brian and Mr. Bond.
Final order for reading is a 51-year-old lifetime resident with no prior criminal history, who gainfully employed as lawyers and a stable resident in the community with his boyfriend. I'd have to put the personal bond as an assault.
Thank you. And the council, court takes into account representations, including your client's significant residential and family ties to the community. And also it's non-assaultive and the pandemic facing the nation. Given those elements, call for set bond $1,000. Personal bond, is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, ma'am. You can step away from the camera.
All right, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. DDC, I think we have another file for Ms. Palmer. We just need another moment and then we should have it ready.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who were you at? Using a pen?
DDC?
Yes, Your Honor.
We now have updated files. We're ready on Jaleesa Palmer.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. Come on, Ms. Palmer.
Hi, ma'am. Your name again, please?
Jaleesa Palmer.
Thank you. Calling case number 180608060, State of Michigan versus Jaleesa Marie Palmer. Also calling case number 1904579, People, State of Michigan versus Jaleesa Palmer. Counsel.
Your Honor, we're reading with respect to the 2018 case, I ask the court to perform a reading of the 19 case, and my client will get these full charges.
Thank you, counsel. As to the 2019 case, let the record reflect, this is based on a alleged date of offense on August 3, 2019, place of offense 31460 Shaner in the city of Detroit, and is for count 1, malicious use of a telecommunications device. It is a misdemeanor. Penalty is 6 months and/or $1,000 fine. Anything further? Okay, co-enter not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to both cases. As to the 2018 case number ending 80601, there is a Zoom probable cause conference date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to Thursday District Court. followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court and in front of Judge Archer. As to case number 1904579101, there is a Zoom pretrial date set for April 19, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, I'd like to point out that Ms. Palmer is a 31-year-old lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit, indicates to us that she has no prior criminal history. She's unemployed right now, Your Honor. She earned her GED in the community, but she's unable to post a monetary bond. She's also completed a certification for medical billing. That's what to consider personal bond in both these matters.
Thank you. And DDC is the bond already hold?
Yes, too, Your Honor.
Thank you. Counsel Court takes into account representations, including your client's significant ties to the community, and it appears that she's definitely availing herself of opportunities in the community to garner job skills, and it appears that there's nothing else, well, rather, the court will address these, and the court is confident your client will be able to appear for all of these court dates, and the court also takes into account that these are both allegedly older matters. Given case number in 18060800601, court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond while this case is pending. No contact with the complaining witnesses, Daniel Mitchell and Tamara Mitchell. No contact means no written or verbal communication with these individuals, no messages to them through third parties, and no contact or else extends to their places of residence and places of employment, and no social media contacts directly or anything further regarding this case. And then as to case 190457991, there is going to be a Zoom pretrial date, April 19, 2021 at 8:30 at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Bryant, and given your representations, counsel, including this is an older matter and it is non-assaulted on its face. Court will set bond in the amount of $1,000 personal bond. No contact with complaining witness. John, that's a battle. No contact means no written or verbal communication with this person, no messages to her through third parties, and no contact or else extends to her place of residence and place of employment, and no social media contacts directly or indirectly. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set. And step away from the camera. DDC on the women's side, is there anyone who's been through for 48 hours or more?
Repeat that, Your Honor.
On the women's side, has there been anyone with you for 48 hours or more?
Not to my knowledge, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. We'll see you on the other side. Counsel, I don't know if you're aware, we have an add-on. There's a late file. I think it's timing out for Eddie Clark, so someone's going to need to interview. What do you need?
Put your mask over your nose, man. Come on, step in.
And officer, when you get a chance, we received a late file. Yeah, when you get a chance, if you can put in front of camera 2, Eddie Clark.
Eddie Clark. You have to find him because we don't have it. Come on, step over here. Over there.
Hi, your name, sir?
Antonio Wynn. Let her see right here.
Hi, your name, sir?
Antonio Wynn.
Thank you. Calling case number 210-56331, People State of Michigan versus Antonio Wynn. Counsel?
Private Ron P. 3665 on the Magistrate, Antonio Wynn.
For way the formal reading is for not guilty plea on your client's behalf, there is a Zoom probable cause conference date April 12, 2021 at 8:30 a.m. to 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom preliminary examination date to be determined at the 36th District Court in front of Judge Jones and Esteban.
Esteban, Your Honor, Mr. Wynn is 28 years old, and lifetime resident here in the city of Detroit. Your Honor, he does currently have open wounds. He does indicate for a court. He was recently shot. He spent 3 days in the hospital, went to surgery, had his stomach stapled up. We're asking the court for personal bond. Those figures are not assault on the face. I asked the court to allow Mr. Wynn to begin up his own defense outside of the Wayne County Jail.
Thank you. DDC's the bond. Are there any holds?
No holds, Your Honor.
Thank you. Council Court takes into account representations, including your client's ties to the community. Also, the court is taking into account your client's medical condition, and also in light of the pandemic facing the nation at this time. Court also takes into account that on its face, these charges are non-assaultive. However, the court does take into account there's a third offense notice, meaning that your client does have prior felony convictions, although they appear to be a bit older. And also that there's an allegation that your client was in possession of a firearm when he was not otherwise eligible to do so. Given those elements, court will set bond in the amount of $7,500 personal bond while this case is pending. Your client is not to and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further? Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Oh, and I'm sorry, also mark the file medical.
Your Honor, this is Lieutenant Coswell.
I'm sorry. Hi. Oh, stand by. Do we have somebody checking in on the case? Hello?
This is Lieutenant Coswell from...
Okay, hang on one second. DDC? DDC?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you bring Mr. Wynn back in front of the camera? We have a detective trooper on screen who wants to address something regarding this case. I'm sorry, if you would please again, your name please for the record, detective.
I had already logged on.
Your Honor, it's Lieutenant Barbara Coswell from DPD Homicide Task Force.
Okay, I'm having a very difficult time hearing you. Speak up just a bit, please.
Lieutenant Barbara Coswell from Detroit Police Department Homicide Task Force.
Go ahead, ma'am.
As to bond, the circumstances of his arrest was he was brandishing an assault rifle in his business in the area of East Warren in Pennsylvania. The police were called. The police had contact with Mr. Wynn. Mr. Wynn
Okay, I'm sorry, stand by. Detective, I'm sorry, stand by. We're getting a lot of audio interference. It's very difficult to hear your argument. Stand by. DDC, we're going to put you on mute so that you should still be able to hear, but I think that the background noise on your end is interfering with our audio. Stand by. Okay, I'm sorry, Detective, you would just try one more time, please.
Your Honor, the circumstances of Mr. Wynn's arrest, he was brandishing a firearm, an assault rifle in a business in the area of East Warren in Pennsylvania while acting erratically. The police were called. They encountered Mr. Wynn on Pennsylvania and East Warren. He was repeatedly ordered to drop the rifle, continued to act erratically, and did not follow the orders, resulting in an officer-involved shooting. So we would argue that the bond should not be a personal bond.
If I may respond.
Okay, yes, counsel.
So, Your Honor, we're looking at a case here, a non-assaultive allegation. And we're looking at a case where my client was shot by police officers and injured and sent to the hospital. But he's not charged with assaulting any of those officers. He's not charged with obstructing, nor is he charged with resisting. Now, to disagree to a personal foul when somebody is presumed innocent and they just got out of the hospital and had bullets ripped through their skin, to me, it is absolutely egregious. So I'd ask this court not to change bond at this time.
Okay, Detective Trooper, if you want to address one more time before the court addresses your remarks regarding bond or conditions of bond.
Your Honor, we have green light video of the offender, Mr. Wynn, brandishing the assault rifle. We just did not have any cooperating, complaining victims at that location.
Nothing further on behalf of the defense.
All right, here's what we're going to do. And Detective, the court does appreciate your appearance today. The court also appreciates greatly your patience in waiting for this particular matter to be called. The court certainly does take into account your concerns and representations. Here's what the court is going to do. Given what has been presented again at this time, the court will also add a couple of other factors, one of which is to mark the file medical. In addition to that, court is also going to add Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. And also let the court add one other thing before we conclude, is that if it is the case that bond is insufficient, or detective, if either party in this case is dissatisfied with this court's decision, bond under the Michigan Court Rules is subject to review at any time. And certainly there will be an opportunity to address that again, and the court certainly does appreciate, Detective, your expression of concerns regarding overall safety to the community. However, the presumption is that in the event that Mr. Nguyen was taken into custody, that presumably any firearms at the time that were present during this alleged offense were confiscated, or he no longer has access to those particular firearms. Further, he's going to be subject to Wayne County Sheriff's GPS tether. And we're marking the file medical. And again, per the court rules, bond is subject to review at any time. So that would be an opportunity. Again, if your office wants to reach out to the prosecutor's office, there'll be an opportunity to address or readdress the issue of bond, and that can be done at any time. Is there anything further, Detective?
No, thank you, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. We appreciate your time. Counsel, is there anything further?
No.
Okay, thank you. We're concluded. You're all set, so you can step away from the camera. DDC, we're going to stand by.
Your Honor, on that Adam, we still don't have a complaint or information.
Well,
Why position of the rights and ask some
here,
questions?
stand by.
Thank you.
Thank you.
But did he make you guys' list when he still interviewed anybody? He didn't make.
Well, here's the thing, it may not have made the list, but we just received word that apparently it's timing out, so I think that's the reason why.
We're ready.
Okay, thank you. DDC, if you're there, we are ready on Clark.
What is the person's name?
Clark. Okay, stand by. Okay. Hi, your name, sir?
Eddie Clark.
Okay, calling case number 2105633, People State Michigan versus Eddie LaShawn Clark, counsel. Full waive the formal reading, enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as a Zoom, proper cause, conference date, April 12, 2021, 8:30 in the 36th District Court, followed by a Zoom criminal examination date to be determined. It will be at Judge R. Turner as the bond. That's the bond, counsel?
Your Honor, he's 48 years old. He is employed with the time service. It's been over a year. Did get the not on probation or parole, and his girlfriend had two out of 5 children, Your Honor. And he has a daughter, and he was agreeing. I'm respectful as in the court to consider a personal home. It appears that he has family ties, community ties, Your Honor, and he wants to take care of these matters. So, the consequences of living in the next 4 to 8 months to handle all this, Your Honor. These are non-faulted, but I'm respectfully asking the court to consider a personal law.
Thank you, DDC. Okay, all right, counsel predicts and counter representations, and while on the face, these charges are non-assaultive. Court in this case was set by the amount of $7,500 personal bond and no firearms while this case is pending. Is there anything further?
Your Honor, repeat the bond.
I'm sorry, $7,500 personal bond and no firearms. Anything further?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, you're all set, so you can step away from the camera. Thank you, DDC. We'll see you next time.
Your Honor, court date?
April 12, 2021. Do you copy?
Yeah, thank you. Have a good day.
You're all set, sir. Yes, sir. You can step away from the camera, sir.
8:30.